As of yesterday, straight from PAX East, we have brand new raw gameplay of Killing Floor 3 post-delay with many new changes. There was a big live stream about an hour long, and I've condensed this down to just show pure gameplay, because that's all that really matters, more or less. Now, it's obvious after watching this, the devs are clearly listening. They've overhauled the gunplay, they improved Zed Time, and they've introduced a new gore system called Meat 2.0, which has persistent blood and more brutal animations. Maps feature destructible environments, dynamic hazards, and a new multi-tool system that lets players activate traps and open new paths. But who cares about that? Because the number one thing people complained about here is the fact that characters will no longer be locked to specific perks. Anyone can play any role post-launch. On top of that, they showed us a whole bunch more stuff, but all we care about right now is the new gameplay I'm about to show you right here.
I can talk about it all day, but let's talk about one of the most important parts, and that's playtesting. You can see here our capture artist Tiago is playtesting, seeing how all of these things that we've talked about come together for what is your guys' experience as players. You guys are not only witnessing sewers being playtested, but you're seeing new Zed behaviors. You're seeing new animations for not only the weapons, but for Zeds as well. I would like to thank our community for nicknaming the Scrake Dr. Hook. That hook pulling is devastating, but I will show you in a minute a cool way that you can utilize it to work in your favor as well. Also, please always just punch crawlers in the face. Bill Monk, one of the original founders of Killing Floor, you can see he's added back in where like Zed will be reaching for their missing heads. But this moment right here, you're going to see basically a Scrake and a Fleshpound pressuring Tiago, some other trash Zed get in the way, and that's when the Scrake hit that cyst with it and just exploded. So if you kind of like have that balance there. Sorry, I'm not really sure what's going on with the feed. We'll get that taken care of there. Trent, do you mind checking that out? Maybe a streaming issue, I don't know. Or is the Fleshpound literally just hitting us that hard? Okay. I don't think we're supposed to show that.
Yeah, that's not supposed to be here.
If it says do not show at PAX East, sorry. We'll try to get this figured out, but... What are NDAs and how do those work? You guys are the first people to see this, by the way, so sorry, maybe? We'll get that fixed. Let's do this. While you fix the feed, why don't we just show you live gameplay, and we'll try to see if Jared can survive a gameplay in sewers. Does that sound good?
Let's see if I can do it better than Tiago. And since
right,
you said use your flashlight, let's do a no flashlight run.
There you go. By the way, it's no pressure playing the game in front of a room full of people. That's like, not single headshots, please.
Yep.
You got this, Jared.
One of the things I love about this map is we talked about play spaces, and knowing your play spaces is key. So one of the first things I like to do is make sure I have additional places to loop around, such as to this particular room, as I get rid of this door pass on my trail.
Gorefast have kind of changed pretty dramatically, where almost think of them as like velociraptors, where they kind of hunt in packs, and if you stray away from the team, you all of a sudden be like, why are there like an excessive number of Gorefast hunting me? They will basically look and hunt for the outlier. So when you're playing with your friends, definitely try to stick with each other.
In the game, mate.
So this is something that's pretty new. Like if you guys saw the beta, we tried some stuff with Zed Time and it wasn't working, right? So we heard you guys' feedback and we were basically kind of returning, but then amplifying what are the things about Zed Time that we've always enjoyed. So those high frame rate weapon animations, really slowing the combat down and letting that gore stand forward. It's been really nice because we have a update to our meat system, massive evisceration and trauma. Meat 2.0, you can actually see heads like flower open. You can burn Zeds where you literally see them and their skin charring. You can punch holes in different parts of their body. So the kind of reimagining of Zed Time is really allowing that gore to stand out. There's also been a massive update. Jeremy, our lead technical artist, has really pushed Persistent Blood since the last time you guys have seen it. That poor guy has watched some rough videos. So a moment of silence for Jeremy.
All right, and keep it going.
You're gonna see Zeds soon.
Are you playing on hard or normal?
I should be on hard.
Okay, get ready. No pressure.
The only way to play.
Even in this hallway, you're going to notice like these red pipes. You can shoot those and they'll burn. So like they're positioned. If crawlers are on the ceiling, shoot those pipes. You'll burn things crawling at you.
Taking a dent. 25% eliminate.
Or just use the butt of their gun to knock the few teeth they have down their throat.
Yeah.
The other thing that you'll notice in the world are there'll be like little red glowing elements. These are all Horzine destructible elements. So to kind of really like stick it to Horzine and kind of earn some crafting material for yourself, make sure and take the time and kind of hunt through the space to find those. Were you guys hiding those or were Misty hiding them?
It's a group effort.
Everyone's just slowly
Department's
hiding.
gonna have fun with it.
Space.
Hide them from each other.
All right, hold on. Let's just for Chris. See if we can get some,
Thank you.
Zeds into this trap.
You killed them all.
Not all of them. Oh, now there's a
Oh,
siren.
the old siren flank. When it comes to Zeds, critical zones are a pretty big thing within Killing Floor 3. If you see something glowing on an enemy, that's our way as developers to communicate to you, like, shoot here. And these critical zones will actually even communicate different elements. Like, if a Flesh Pound is a little more yellow, he's a little bit more passive, still out to kill you, but when he turns red, he's enraged. I believe the Scrake has the ability to enrage other enemies around him and kind of, like, target and pick a character as well. The Bloat, who will literally like inflate this kind of like back sack. Yes, that's a word that I just used publicly. There'll be these glowing pustules on it that if you shoot those, it really helps take him down faster. So if you're low on ammo, you don't have a ton of resources, make sure to prioritize those critical zones to kind of like take Zeds down the fastest way possible.
Feeling better already.
That clock ruined my plan to combo that Scrake.
Dr. Hook.
Yeah. There we go, there we go. Stumble, finally.
So one of the things about executions in Killing Floor 3, yeah, it's one thing to smash his face into his own chainsaw. Try to utilize that when other Zeds are around, because when you basically can execute the Flesh Pound and the Scrake, when you execute those big Zeds, you're basically sending their kind of like system inside of them into overdrive, and when they explode, they will kill other Zeds as well. I also believe you get a little extra dosh for execution.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So if you're short on cash and need to take out a horde, just start executing big Zeds. It's that whole risk versus reward plan that we have. Is that Doc Brown? I love how Doc Brown came from the future for Killing Floor 3. I love it.
Very noisy in here.
That's amazing.
I feel like
Thank you
there's a
for being
lesson here to learn.
All right, so one thing looking at the trader, looking at weapons going down the left, that is kind of the standard version of that weapon. And then to the right of them, those are pre-modded versions of those weapons. Mods are a massive part of Killing Floor 3. It's our way of having you have control on how you like to play with guns. Like, I ADS a lot. I'm a sharpshooter. I like to ADS. I don't want to put out a ton of heavy firepower. I want to do, I want to put out basically very large rounds downrange as far as possible to take out those larger Zeds. The cool thing about these mods are, once again, if you ADS a lot, we've got mods for that. If you like to shoot from the hip, like what's your style? What's your go-to?
Probably similar to yours.
Okay.
Sharpshooter.
I will say, there is a bow and arrow, and there is a mod that has explosive tip. Yes, we watched Rambo 3 like multiple times and dissected that guy exploding from an explosive arrow. It is as awesome as you remember. We put explosive arrows in the game, and they are wildly fun to use.
Hey, look.
There it is.
This past here before.
So yeah, this is that area that Jared was talking about earlier, and I would definitely say like Corey and Chris and that team this is the most recent map. Like when I tell you guys, like, you're literally the first people to see this. This is incredibly hot off the presses, right? We wanted to come to PAX with something rad and cool to show you guys, and I think that yeah, like you and Corey and the rest of your team and everyone at Tripwire, you can definitely tell the things that we learned on building those maps early on, what this map could look like. So it really makes me excited for the future of KF3.
Uh-oh.
That flesh pound is not oh no!
Oh no, I'm being executed. All with 9 left. All right, I'm sure you guys are all going to critique me. So before you do, come join me at the Alienware booth and do better than me. That's my challenge to you.
We've got this crazy machine. It's like killing floor 3 on 3 monitors.
3 4K monitors side by side.
It's scary as shit. Like my neck kept breaking as the whole time you're playing. You're like, ah!